Are you Muslim?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is that?
I know Islam very well. You always do the right thing and you love your neighbor as yourself and everything works out.
Hello.
Good morning, man. How are you?
Good morning, Robert. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
Nice.
How's the day going, man?
It's going very, very well. Very well. I'm here in Florida.
Is it very cold over there right now? How's the weather?
We average 83 degrees year round.
Wow, okay.
So we get about 3 or 4 weeks of winter, but that's spread out over like 3 months. So it was 85 yesterday here. Up north, they're freezing and, ice and snow and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we love it here. So anything below 70 degrees, we call freezing.
Is it snowing over there right now?
Up north, yeah, of course. Absolutely. So, yeah, we're the most southern part of the United States on the eastern coast. So we drop way down almost to Cuba. Yeah, our coast, South Florida to Cuba is like 43 miles. That's it, of ocean between. Yeah, so we're very southern. Anyways, so you're in Bangladesh.
Yes, I'm from Bangladesh. I'm in the capital. I'm in Dhaka.
All right. Okay, so let me give you the layout of who we are. I'm sure you looked at our website, Engage, right?
Yes.
All right. So you know who we are and generally what we do, but let me break this down a little bit for you. So we are a digital marketing firm. We're a little different than most in that we don't do silo projects. Like if somebody says, "Hey, will you build me a website?" We say, "No, go find somebody else," because just having a website is going to do nothing for you today. You have to have everything done and everything managed every day and everything done properly and so on. So we work with mid-market and larger local brands across the country. Our minimum clients range between 36,000 a year to about 65,000 a year. It depends on how big they are, what industry they're in, what their brand requirements would be, and so on, their niche and so on. We only work with clients where we basically take over their entire online presence, burn it down, we rebuild it all correctly, and then we manage it all every day, every bit of it. Okay. So it's very different. We don't have this, $1,200 a month package. None of that stuff works anymore. You have to do it right, and that's expensive. So, now, having said that, Engage is you want to hear all this information?
That's sure. Why not?
Okay.
Definitely.
All right.
I have to.
It will help you understand who we are, what we do, and how we approach stuff. So, Gage is our holding company. So it's our main brand. Okay. But 3 years ago, we decided to build our own brand and do what we do for our clients for ourselves. And we did that in order to do two things. Number one, have a very, very good case study that we can show with miraculous results. And number two is to better understand how what we do for our clients impacts their whole business, not just their online marketing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we started a drywall repair business. I don't do drywall, but we've got an amazing team. Okay. So we do for ourselves what we do for clients. And in 3 years, we took it from zero, nothing, to profitable, cash flowing, and scaling, growing. So we have multiple vans across 4 counties, all around Tampa, Florida.
Okay.
And we're scaling and growing. So it's important to understand that we eat what we preach, right? We do for ourselves what we preach and do for clients, and we're successful at doing it. So this is a wholly owned subsidiary of Engage Digital. So when we file our taxes to the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS here in the US, we file one return with both companies, right? So Patch Pro is wholly owned by Engage Digital Inc., our holding company. Now, we have plans to probably create 3 or 4 other brands over the next 20 years, but it's not our main focus. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense.
All right, so we're legit. This isn't just, some, marketers that don't know what they're doing and do social media marketing and screw up everybody's stuff, right? So that's important to note. Now, the economy here in the US over the past 3 years has declined dramatically. Biden almost destroyed America. So this has impacted medium size down to local businesses all over the country. We've lost hundreds of thousands of businesses. The media doesn't talk about this, but the economy, inflation, and so on, it impacted us dramatically. So think about it. If your son runs through the garage door and the doorknob hit the wall and put a hole in it, and you're struggling to buy groceries, you're not fixing that drywall repair, right? You're buying groceries. So we saw the impact on Patch Pro dramatically. Now we saw this coming, so we started re-strategizing what we were doing and how our marketing was focused. And so we've turned all that around. So they've had 3 record months in a row, and they're just growing like this, even though all of that's happening. Perfect timing because now Trump's in office, so our economy is about ready to blow up in a good way, right? Okay. So that's one thing to note. But here's what additionally, about 28 weeks ago, we lost 100,000 in revenue in Engage in 2 days.
Oh my God.
Unexpected. Okay. Now, again, fortunately, we saw this coming 2 years ago and we've been planning and strategizing. So we've implemented all of our re-strategizing both on our marketing and our execution internally with our teams. All of that's going fabulously. What I need for Engage is I need a provable, scalable biz dev client acquisition system and or team member or whatever it is that we can reliably gain, 1 to 2 new 50, 40, $35,000 a year clients every month and scale. So that's what I'm looking for. I have 2 lead gen companies I've engaged with recently. One is just ending its trial with 0 results. 0. And they've got me 3 appointments in that trial. One no-showed. One had 0 budget. It was a one-man show electric company, electrician. And the third we pitched, and they get it and want a second meeting, but we have not yet got the second meeting with their CEO and the founder. I met with the founder, pitched him, and so we are waiting to hear back on that. That's probably 55 to 60 grand a year project. They absolutely need what we do, and they know that. So we'll see if that one gets closed. The other one is they do a way better job at qualifying prospects and getting appointments. But we'll see where that goes. I'll have 18 partners if that's what it takes for us to figure out who's the right one to work with and who can be consistent and do a great job. So that's where we're at right now. But what I can't do at this point, I run two different companies. I manage two different companies, Pro and Engage. I oversee the strategy of both and the leadership of both. But what I can't do is prospect and pitch and do those things, right? So we've got to figure out like I said, whether it's a team member or partnerships or whatever for lead gen, appointments, pre-qualification, and all of that. I'll shut up now and let you tell me about you.
Thanks for taking time and explain all those things to me. That actually made my job easier to understand your business. So let me tell you about myself a little bit. I've been doing freelancing like for the last 6, 7 years, and I started as a cold caller in the beginning. Then later on, I got to learn about Facebook marketing, media buying, and email marketing, and I started doing that. And I'm not doing cold calling anymore nowadays. So when it comes to email marketing, I'm familiar with most of the software and tools that people are currently using and use in the past, like Klaviyo, Mailchimp, Instantly, Smartly, Rimlist. And when it comes to scraping leads, there are a couple of tools that I'm familiar with, like Apollo, ZoomInfo, D7 Lead Finder, Seamless. So those are the tools that I've used in the past for some of my clients in the past that I've worked with. And then when it comes to building infrastructure for sending emails in bulk, I'm familiar with everything. Like people are struggling with landing into inbox. When it comes to email marketing, if you're landing in spam, so I can make sure of that. I can make sure the email deliverability with proper setup, the DMARC, PKI, MSPF, the proper DNS record. And once that is done, then the next step would be to collect leads. So according to your requirement, we may get solar companies leads, we may get roofing companies leads, and then we need to verify them, and then we're going to put them in the system and start sending emails, sending your offer, your service offer, everything. And once the response back to us, then we'll follow up with them and share your calendar link to book meeting on your calendar. Then you can jump on a meeting with them and talk to them. That's your part.
Okay. All right. In general, fine. My question would be is how would you qualify? Well, there's two problems I see because I get these emails. I see this all the time. There's always grammar and American culture errors like crazy. And Americans pick up on that and they completely shut down. And I think if a team can work together to ensure that the communication always appears to be American first language and American culture true, then I think the results will go way beyond anything you've ever done. You know what I'm saying? So to do what would need to be done, what does that look like from a cost perspective? Get it going and get it producing revenue.
Okay, when it comes to the cost, we need to get those those tools. Like, for example, if we are targeting to send 1,000 emails per day, in that case, we need approximately 12 domains. And then we're going to get 36 email accounts. We're going to create 3 email from each domain. So 12 domains, you're going to get 36 email accounts. And once we are done that, then you're going to get the tool. Like, it could be Instantly, it could be Smartly. And then we connect those 36 sending accounts, sender emails to the tool, and start the warm-up process.
I understand the process. What I'm asking is, what are the costs?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. So 12 domains. If you're going for .com domains, the cost will be in between 10 to 15 for each domain, and that's per annum. You don't have to pay per month. And when it comes to 36 email accounts, we're going to connect them with Google Workspace. So if you get directly from Google Workspace, Google will charge $7 for each email. So 36 email gonna cost you $252. Okay, and if you get Google reseller account, I can help you to get Google reseller account. That gonna cost you $3 for each email. So that will save you money there. So 36 will be 108. Okay, and then once you get that, that's a monthly recurring fee. The email account gonna be monthly recurring fee. And the tool that you're going to get like Instantly or Smartly, they're charging $97 per month. Okay, that's the tool cost. And when it comes to lead scraping, if you get subscription from Apollo is charging $100 for 2,000 leads per month. And there are a couple of other tools available in the market. But what I can do, I can help you to get Apollo leads, 10,000 Apollo leads in $30. That is what I can do. But if you are looking to get some other sources like Zoom Info or D7 Lead Finder, you can get the subscription. Okay, that's another part. And then once you get the lead, we need to verify those leads. In order to verify them, we need to get the tool like Million Verifier, Reon. They are charging different prices. Million is charging $37 to verify 10,000 leads. Reon is charging $12 to verify 10,000 leads. So that's another cost.
Way too much detail for me. Way too much. So it sounds like to me, since you don't have all these tools, we're gonna incur the expense of paying to get all of these tools, as well as have you set them up. So to get started, we're looking at somewhere around $1,000, and we're looking at $500 a month just on tools, and we haven't even done anything yet. Am I correct, roughly?
To be start with, we don't need 1,000, maybe 600, 700 is fine. And the monthly recurring gonna be approximately not 500. It's gonna be 200, in between 200 to 300. But if you include my charge, then it can be 1,000 to 500. It can be a little bit extra. Yeah,
1,000 to start and 500 a month is what you're saying.
something like that. Yes.
I see. Okay. Interesting. All right. So tell me what your results have you done, specifically what we're talking about doing for folks in my industry. Are you still doing it for them? How long have you done it for them? And what results have you achieved?
Okay. So when it comes to your industry, to be honest, I never done on in your industry. What I did email marketing for job recruitment agencies for a guy in California. He's running a job recruitment agency. I worked for the guy 2 years. He's helping tree shop owners and auto repair shop to get workers. So what I used to do, I used to send emails to tree shop owners, auto repair shop owners. Hey guy, are you looking for workers for your shop? Are you looking for A-tape, B-tape, tree climber, ground guy? And once they respond back, I share the calendar link, book the meeting onto his calendar, and then the guy close the deal. That's another part. And that was actually working for him. We were like getting approximately, we're sending 1,000 emails per day, and we were getting 4 or 5 positive leads every day. Okay, and per month he was closing 6, 7 deals per month. Okay, in trees only.
Yeah, but those aren't $5,000 a month clients.
Yeah, you're right. That's not much high. Yes.
Yeah.
Auto repair is like, or they're like paying 4,000, 5,000 to hire one guy per month.
One guy. Yeah. 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 All right. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, then I work for some Australian guy. He was like selling SEO services. I work for some other guy in Canada who was selling Facebook marketing services through email marketing, and we get good results. The best result that I got for a guy in UK in London, he was doing e-commerce, and he was helping the Shopify owners to launch their product in Amazon, and I got tremendous result in that particular niche only. Yes, now you can go ahead.
All right. The way I typically work with partners, it has to be mutually beneficial for me. Otherwise, I don't want it to only benefit me. I want it to benefit everybody. Has to have, skin in the game and upward opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's super important to me. Because if I know that if you achieve better results, you make more money, it's important to me, right? I don't want somebody that's, only making X and we're making, this much bigger amount. If it's successful, success needs to benefit everybody involved with it. So what I typically suggest in these kinds of scenarios is that, if there's some front end, tool expense, and, we're pretty confident that we're going to get some good results from the thing, I have no problem, investing what's necessary to make that happen. But what I would like to see is in the pricing structure is a scenario when we close deals, you get a bonus on those deals and you get recurring revenue on that deal. So, you might get $200 a month on an ongoing deal as long as we've got it and we're still working together. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that your income goes and your motivation goes at the same time because you're motivated for the same outcome I'm motivated for. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. Yep.
All right. So what I would like to see, and Munir, is that what you go by?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. And do you work in an office? Do you work for yourself only? Do you have a team? Do you work from home? How are you structured in Bangladesh?
Yeah, I do have an office. I have my team. I have work in my home. I work separately. I have separate room for my work setup. I have a different setup. Like I have 6 people in my team, and I'm taking care of everything. Actually, I'm the only guy who's attending the meeting. I'm closing the deal. Actually,
And then you're overseeing the project and everything?
yeah, everything. Yes,
You're
I'm the one.
you're me for your company. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So you might not be doing all the execution stuff, your team is, but you're overseeing the strategy and making sure it's successful and so on.
Yes.
Okay. So what I would like to see, man, is send me a breakout of what that proposal looks like,
Mhm.
um, and costs, and what your recommendation would be for, instead of spending this per month for our services, it's going to be this, but we'll take, $200 a deal every month, or what, what, what would you propose the deal to look like? And the upfront costs and the monthly costs, and then the shared revenue part. And then get that emailed to me. Can you get it by Friday? Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, sure, definitely. Can you share your email, please?
Yeah, I'll do it right here on chat. There you go.
Yes, I got it.
Now, the good part about working with me is I know this industry extremely well. I think he went and looked at who we are and who our team is, and so on. Our executive vice president, KP. We're currently writing about 40,000 words a month for clients. I mean, yeah, no, we write an incredible amount of content. So you have us to help writing. What's the messaging? What's the, the CTA? What's the, because we know what these people's problem points are. We know how we're unique and how to frame it in a way that they understand and stuff like that. So, we're going to be able to be involved in a lot of that kind of stuff to ensure that, it's we're not doing a bunch of you're not doing a bunch of guesswork. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll be involved in that. And so couple other questions. Are you Muslim?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is that?
I know Islam very well. You always do the right thing and you love your neighbor as yourself and everything works out. So, step 1, get me what the proposal looks like so it breaks down what are the expenses and what are you proposing, and how do we lower front costs to do, one that's based on getting results and scaling revenue for everybody involved. What I would say is, I would be open to something like, $500 for every deal we close, and then $200 a month on that deal. Every deal we sign is a year contract and then continues after that year is up. It just renews. Okay. So, if we come up with a deal here and we can execute well, we're all going to do real well. You know what I mean? I want you to do well. I want your team to do well, and so on. So let's structure something like that where, the front end costs are lower, but there's an ongoing incentive for you guys to make it successful. And then we all win. Does that make sense?
Well, that makes sense. Sounds good to
All
me.
right, cool. So step one, why don't you get that to me? Step two, then I'll review it and we'll communicate back and forth. I am not one of those people, Manir, that I have a conversation with somebody, they do a step, and then I ghost. I will always respond to you, my friend. Always.
Okay.
Okay. I know Americans are really good at being jerks like that. That's not who we are. We always respond. There's no reason to hide and do stupid stuff. If I don't like it, I'll just say, "Bro, I don't like it, man. Can we do this?" Or you know what I mean? It's just again, we always want to do the right thing, and ghosting people is never the right thing to do, right? Just open communication is super important. So get that to me. I'll respond to you, either immediately or within 24 hours. If I don't, it's only because maybe I didn't see it. So you can message me then on LinkedIn if you didn't hear from me. You have full access to connect with me or follow up with me however it works. Okay.
Okay, sure. Definitely.
Any other questions for me?
Right now, I don't have any questions, and thanks for sharing those things to me. And I really appreciate that.
Sure.
And definitely, I will get back to you. I will make the proposal and I will send it to you over to your email.
God bless you, my friend. I look forward to seeing it, and we'll talk soon.
Same here, man. Have a great day. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.
All right, ciao.